Think about the last time you stared at 50 open PDF tabs.
Oh, man.
You were trying to write a complex report, right? You probably felt like your brain was literally melting.
Yeah, it is a terrible feeling.
What if you could hire a brilliant research assistant? Someone who could read all 50 documents in 3 seconds.
That would be the dream.
Someone who could instantly build the PowerPoint presentation and then actually argue with you about your own blind spots.
Yeah.
We are no longer just chatting with PDFs. The March 2026 update to NotebookLM changed the entire paradigm.
It really did.
It went from a neat toy to a high-fidelity production studio, and crucially, it completely eliminates those weird AI hallucinations.
Right, because it operates on strict sort fidelity.
Exactly. That simply means answers strictly tied to your uploaded documents. Welcome to this dope dive. Today, we are decoding the definitive 2026 NotebookLM guide.
It is going to completely rewire how you work. We're going to cover the massive mistake ruining your results. We will explore 3 major feature updates that shift everything. We will break down the new 3-stage research pipeline. And finally, we will reveal how to plug this brain directly into Gemini.
Let us start with the foundation. Before we build anything, we have to fix the feed. If the inputs are garbage, the output is garbage.
Exactly. And the scale of this new update is staggering. NotebookLM now handles 300 sources per single notebook.
Wow!
It also boasts a massive 1.2 million token context window.
Which is basically how much text the AI remembers at once.
Right. It can literally process an entire library of specialized knowledge. You upload it, and it reads it in seconds.
I still wrestle with this, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I usually just, dump all my PDFs in there, I hit select all, and just hope for magic.
Yeah, and you are definitely not alone there. But that is the biggest mistake you can make. It quietly ruins the results for almost everybody.
How so?
Well, think about the mechanics of it. Selecting 40 or 50 sources forces heavy AI generalization. The system tries to synthesize all those documents simultaneously. To mathematically make that possible, it has to generalize heavily.
So it flattens the nuance.
Precisely. You end up with these shallow Wikipedia-style summaries. They are broad, they are safe, and honestly, they aren't very useful.
Right.
More context often reduces quality instead of improving it.
So the tool itself isn't failing. The prompt isn't failing. We are just giving it too much noise.
Exactly. The fix is called the selective context strategy. It's a fundamental workflow shift.
Okay, walk me through it.
You open the source panel and uncheck absolutely everything. Select only 3 or 4 highly relevant sources per query.
So you force it to look at a tiny specific sandbox.
Yes.
It is like trying to listen to 50 conversations. In a crowded room, it is just pure noise.
Exactly.
But instead, you pull 3 experts into a quiet office. The difference in the output is completely immediate.
Night and day. Responses become aggressively specific and beautifully structured. You finally get the high-def insights required for real professional work.
Does this mean the other unselected documents are completely ignored during that specific query?
Yes, and that forced constraint is exactly what forces the deep, precise insights.
Constraint breeds precision. Fewer sources mean deeper, highly specific answers. Beat. So we have solved the context problem. We know how to talk to the machine. Now we can confidently generate specific assets, starting with presentations.
Yes, the slide generator.
The old pain point here was universally frustrating. Tweaking one single detail meant regenerating an entire slide deck.
Right, it was exactly like fighting with PowerPoint. Anyone who has adjusted slides knows how painful that workflow is.
Oh, absolutely.
You change one bullet point and the whole theme shifts. The formatting breaks entirely. But the 2026 feature update introduces the revise button.
This sounds like a small UI tweak, but it is massive.
It really is.
Walk me through how it actually works in practice.
First, you curate your sources in the workspace. You select presenter slides or detailed deck in the studio panel. In about 60 seconds, a full professional deck appears. But here's where it gets interesting.
Right.
If one single slide feels way too dense, you don't trash the deck. You hit the revise button directly on that specific slide.
Just a localized...
Exactly. A prompt box appears right there on the screen. Give it a command like make this a 3-point bulleted list. Now, instead of immediately guessing, it queues that change. It goes into your pending changes tab.
Oh, nice.
NotebookLM then rebuilds the deck with all queued revisions applied at once. The original version remains intact in the background.
What is the catch? Can I just infinitely add new slides this way?
Not yet. A current limitation is you can only edit existing slides, not add or remove them.
Got it. Edits only. No adding or deleting slides just yet. 2-sec silence. So we've got the text locked down, but nobody wants to read a wall of text in a boardroom. We need visuals.
Yes, absolutely.
But until now, AI infographics all had that same look. They were plasticky. They were incredibly obvious. You could spot an AI chart from a mile away.
Google completely overhauled the visual engine to fix this. The custom infographic generator now includes 10 built-in style presets.
Really? Like what?
You have professional, kawaii, bento grid, clay, and several others.
Clay is interesting.
Yeah, clay gives this really modern 3D tactile feel. Bento grid is exceptionally clean, very modular.
And I imagine professional is, well, for the boardroom.
Right, professional works perfectly for standard corporate reports. You just browse the presets and pick your favorite. It completely removes that generic AI sheen.
Those are great, but the Gemini style trick is where it gets crazy.
Oh, yes.
This is the part most people completely miss.
Yeah.
You can create unlimited custom styles based on actual designs you like.
It is brilliant.
You find a brilliant design on Pinterest or X. You take a screenshot and feed it to Gemini. You ask it to describe the colors, typography, and layout.
Right. And here is why that works so well. Gemini isn't just copying a picture blindly. It is extracting the underlying CSS style logic. It grabs the hex codes, the padding, the font weight. It translates that invisible math into a highly detailed text prompt.
It reverse engineers the aesthetic.
Exactly. Then you take the final step. You copy that exact text description from Gemini.
Okay.
You paste it directly into NotebookLM's infographic description box. It clones that aesthetic perfectly for your own specific data.
That is wild.
Your content now renders in that exact beautiful aesthetic. The entire process takes maybe 2 minutes.
Does this essentially make NotebookLM a reusable style template engine?
Exactly. Once you have that Gemini prompt, you can apply that bespoke visual branding to any future infographic in minutes.
Screenshot, analyze, paste. You instantly clone aesthetics for unlimited future use. Beat. Visuals are fantastic for presenting to a broad audience. They tell a story.
Yeah, they do.
But for hard, messy analysis, we need a rigid structure. We need spreadsheets.
Right.
Think about comparing 3 obscure medical papers for a thesis. You are digging for dosages, side effects, patient demographics. Think of that agonizing afternoon spent copying and pasting.
It is brutal. Reformatting everything and checking details manually, it consumes hours of your life.
Yeah.
Data tables eliminate that entire manual grind completely. This feature automatically generates structured, spreadsheet-style tables from unstructured text.
How specific can we get with the prompt?
Extremely specific. You enter a prompt like, compare these 3 AI agents by pricing, API limits, and latency.
Okay.
It auto-generates a structured table in roughly 30 seconds. Each row represents one tool. Each column holds a specific data detail.
And then I am just stuck with an image of a table.
No, that is the best part.
Right.
There is a one-click export to Google Sheets function.
Oh, wow.
You get a fully editable spreadsheet, instantly ready to manipulate. It is incredible for side-by-side competitive analysis or deep literature reviews.
Right, because you pull related information from totally different sources effortlessly.
Exactly.
When dealing with raw data, trust is everything. How do I know where a specific cell's data came from?
Every single generated row includes a dedicated source column, linking exactly to the origin document.
Total transparency. Every data point points straight back to the original source. 2-sec silence. We know what assets we can easily build now. We have our slides, our beautiful custom infographics, our data tables.
Yep.
But how do we automate gathering the raw material? Let us build the engine itself.
This is where we look at the new 3-stage research pipeline.
Okay.
Stage 1 of this pipeline is deep research. Gathering sources used to mean hours of open browser tabs, bookmarking, copying notes, juggling everything mentally.
It's exhausting.
Deep research completely automates that tedious manual gathering.
You just type a topic into the new search bar, right?
Yep. NotebookLM automatically plans the entire research process for you. It literally builds a logic tree.
Really?
Yeah, it decides what to search and which credible sources to prioritize. Then, it auto-pulls over 48 highly specific sources.
What kind of sources are we talking about?
We are talking verified GitHub repositories, deep Reddit threads, peer-reviewed academic papers.
Whoa. Imagine pulling 48 highly specific, credible sources in just a few minutes.
It is wild. You have a massive structured knowledge base before you even start writing.
That is huge.
But here's a pro tip for stage 1. Don't just type a basic query. Ask Claude to generate the search strategy first.
Oh, interesting.
Tell Claude what you are looking for. Have it write the perfect Boolean search parameters, then paste that complex strategy directly into deep research.
That is incredibly smart. You're using one AI to perfectly pilot another.
Exactly. You get far more focused source selection this way. That leads us to stage 2, the audio overview feature.
Right.
It turns dense sources into a podcast-style conversation. There are 4 distinct formats now available. We have brief, critique, debate, and deep dive.
Brief gives you a quick 1-minute summary. Debate places the AI hosts on completely opposing sides of an issue.
Yeah.
But I really want to highlight the critique format.
Oh, it is brutal in the best way possible. You run it on your own research or your own draft report. It actively surfaces missing evidence. It points out logical gaps easily. It finds the weak points in your argument.
And finally, stage 3 is custom instructions.
Right. The settings field now holds 10,000 characters of instructions. You use it to shape exactly how the AI thinks.
Give me an example.
You can tell it always separate facts from opinions or format all outputs for a cynical executive.
Oh.
It shifts NotebookLM from a generic tool to a highly tailored assistant.
So the critique audio format isn't just for summarizing, it is actually stress testing my work.
Precisely. It acts as an adversarial review board, pointing out your blind spots before a big meeting.
It is an automated red team finding flaws before your boss does. 2-sec silence. Mid-roll sponsor insert. Beat. Now that the research pipeline is really humming along, let's look at 2 advanced techniques.
These are power user moves.
They push this tool way beyond its intended limits. First, we need to talk about mixing source types.
Most people only ever upload static text PDFs.
Right.
But NotebookLM is fully multimodal now.
Right.
You can paste YouTube URLs, and it auto-pulls the full transcripts. You can add raw audio files, live Google Docs, and even complex image files.
Why does that matter practically?
Layered analysis. Mixing different mediums creates significantly better, richer insights.
How so?
Imagine you are researching a company. You mix a CEO's casual YouTube interview with a dense academic paper on pricing theory.
Okay.
You ask NotebookLM to compare them. It creates a brilliant synthesis of real-world execution and textbook theory.
You are forcing collisions between totally different types of data.
Exactly. But the absolute crown jewel of this update is integrated memory.
Yeah, this is huge.
Notebooks are no longer isolated little islands on a separate website. You can now use your notebooks directly inside Gemini.
How does that actually connect?
You add your notebooks as permanent live sources inside your Gemini account.
Okay.
When you give Gemini a prompt, it references your specific, curated research data. Even better, you can build custom gems inside Gemini.
Right.
These act as an autopilot drafting machine. They reference your proprietary library directly on demand.
Wow.
It turns NotebookLM into the brain and Gemini into the hands.
If I add more PDFs to my notebook later, does the Gemini custom gem automatically know about the new files?
Yes, they are directly linked. The gem pulls from the live notebook, so its knowledge base grows as your research grows.
Dynamic syncing. Update the notebook, and your assistant instantly gets smarter. 2-sec silence. Let us step back for a minute and look at the big picture. We are seeing a profound transition here today.
Absolutely.
We are watching NotebookLM evolve from a passive reader to a highly active production studio. It completely rewrites how we interact with specialized information daily.
And it all comes back to that core concept, source fidelity.
Yes.
It changes the entire trust equation. By utilizing selective context, we control the noise. With data tables and custom infographics, we control the output structure. And with that deep Gemini integration, we create a continuous loop. We aren't just summarizing information anymore. We are stacking Lego blocks of data.
I love that.
We are building custom, hallucination-free knowledge engines.
It is a fundamental shift in leverage. Stop using AI like a glorified search engine. I challenge you to try this. Pick one real difficult project this week.
Yeah, just one.
Curate 3 or 4 highly specific sources. Run the pipeline we just talked about. Let the tool do what it was actually built to do. Beat. If an AI can instantly synthesize 300 dense documents.
And perfectly adopt any visual design style instantly.
Right. Then the bottleneck is no longer processing information. Beat. The bottleneck is knowing which questions are actually worth asking. What questions are you feeding your machine? Beat. Take care and keep exploring. Oh, Tiro music.